And here we go again. This time, this should be Kevin Nash. Let's hope they didn't mess that up. Let's see if we can get him open. And we do have Kevin Nash. Alright, his card isn't as beat up, but it's still warped and dinged on the edges. The bubble is crushed. His feet are out of place. Hopefully he's not broken. I'm very excited about this one. He just looks kind of pathetic in this picture. These drawings, I don't know who's drawing them, but the wrestlers look kind of pathetic in these pictures. It's like they don't look so much like wrestlers as guys cosplaying as wrestlers. Let's see. Includes NWO gear and championship. Again, they can't just put belt on there. I do like his belt though. I think it's the same belt as Scott Hall's. Oh, and again, we got some different Easter eggs on this box. This guy has a Stone Cold shirt. This guy has an Ultimate Warrior shirt. I'm sure there are more that I don't see. And then we have the other sad photo on the back. Kevin Nash, Wolfpack Rules, NWO, New World Order. So this is where the big boys play. Too sweet. Yeah, too sweet. Yep. Kevin Nash. Again, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Ultimate Warrior, and Shawn Michaels were doing this wave. Ultimate Warrior was pushed back to the next wave. So he's going to be late. Anyway. Packaging's okay. The art is hit and miss with these guys. Anyway, let's get this guy busted open and see how he compares to everybody else. Alright, let's see. Again, just like everybody else, his accessory bag is taped to the back of the blister. And he comes with 2 extra pairs of hands. I'm glad for that. He has his two little horn hands, and then a pair of fists. And of course, he's held in by tabs on the arms and legs. So we'll snip those out real quick. Again, he's got sunglasses. They are held on by this big stinking rubber band. Throw that away. Alright. His glasses fit. His face looks kind of wonky. I don't know what it is about that. I don't know if there's something was off center. Oh my goodness. This face sculpt is awful. I gotta pop the head off. Look at this. This is... Alright, if you look at it from the front, you're like, something seems weird. And you turn it to the side, and this whole side of his face kind of sinks in, and his brow is like extended. Like this side seems normal. This side sinks in. I don't know if they were trying to go for like some smirk look, and you know, you can see he kind of has a smirk there, but it did not come off well at all. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe the hair is not. Nope, the hair is in line. Sometimes they'll glue the hair on crooked or something, but that's not the issue. I mean, it'll do its job, but this definitely does not look like Kevin Nash. I don't know who it looks like. It's very wonky. That's kind of disappointing. The hair sculpt is pretty good. The face sculpt has a lot to be desired. And there's a little paint smudge right there on his temple. And his beard is kind of nappy. So this isn't the best Kevin Nash at all. That's disappointing. You will see that he has these grooves in the hairline, so that his glasses can actually slide behind his hair and somewhat stay on, whereas Shawn Michaels and Scott Hall tend to have a little issue. All right, now I thought he was going to be exclusively a soft goods figure, but this overshirt is a softer plastic, which is kind of weird. I would have rather they have had the same kind of shirt as Scott Hall. I was wondering why the print on the front kind of looks smudged. There's a smudge line going right through the middle of the W. Not that big a deal, but I don't know, man. There's just a lot of issues with this one. So, let's see. His pants are a soft goods. They have these little frills on the side, and it's like a faux leather. I will say this about this fake leather. It's going to be a cloth underneath, and it's sort of like a thin vinyl-y plastic on the top. This will deteriorate over time. No question. This type of material is so cheap that over time it will deteriorate. So if you're playing with this, or you pose him in a certain way on your shelf and you leave it like that for a long time and you come back to it, you might notice it start to crack. There will be cracks forming in it over time, especially along this crotch region. And as it dries and ages, it will begin to flake off. I've seen other similar toys with this fake leathery clothing that do that regardless of what you do. I've even seen some mint and package do that. Not to say it's going to happen. When it's going to happen, I don't know, but it probably will happen with time. And the pants and the belt and the shirt kind of hinder his waist articulation if you got all that on. So I guess I'm gonna let's take this belt off. And as you can see, this overshirt is just, it's like a giant bib. I do not like that. It looks okay. I guess if you tucked it behind the belt well enough, it'd be fine. This is the same belt that came with Scott Hall, the Tag Team Wrestling Championship belt. I really like this belt. It's a nice soft, it's even softer than Shawn Michaels. And it's also a newer belt. This is a 2020 belt. Now, I'm going to pop his head back off again because I want to take this bib off. This is a really cheap, nappy piece of plastic. I wonder if they reused this from one of their 6-inch figures. I prefer the shirt underneath anyway, and I feel like this should have been a soft goods shirt. They should have just gave him a soft goods Nash shirt, because it does have Nash printed on it. The chest piece is cast in black plastic, and the flesh tone is painted over. So you're going to notice a transition in the skin tone, and it's going to be a little sloppy around the edges where it was lined up. And then they just tampoed Nash over the stomach, which that doesn't look too bad. And of course it continues onto the back. I would have definitely preferred a soft goods shirt with the Nash logo over this. I feel like this is a more iconic look. I understand that they wanted to do the NWO logos too, but I don't know. I feel like he was deserving of a bare chest for, customization, but you can do that with swapping other parts from other figures. He has arm tattoos tampoed, but it's not easy to tell what they are because they're so smushed into place. I think that's like Godzilla or something. I can't even tell. I'm not familiar with what tattoos he had, but it's definitely some kind of giant lizard. And then the bottom one, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you what that is. The pants are Velcroed here on the back, just like a Mego doll or a doll in general. And I'm sure they could be removed. Let's see how easily it is to remove them. Not that easy. They are put on there pretty good. I'm gonna have to take it slow. Alright. And then you can put those on anybody you want. Honestly, I think he looks okay without it. I think he looks better without it. Just like this, I think he's perfectly fine like that. Typical head articulation. Everything else is standard, just like with the other Origins body types. Bit tight at the elbows. He only has one pad on this arm. I don't know if he's supposed to have a second one or not, but mine does not. So his knees are not that stuck at all. They're in fact kind of loose. It's kind of funny how it's hit and miss like that. Let's see here. Let's swap out some hands. The hands are very easy to swap out on these figures. I love that. Anytime a toy line makes it easy to swap parts, I don't complain. Give him his glasses to hide that ugly face that they sculpted on him. And he looks pretty good. The only other Kevin Nash figure I have to compare him with is right here. NECA Secret of the Ooze Super Shredder. Because in fact, if you did not know, Kevin Nash actually was the actor under the makeup of Super Shredder. So I have at least 2 Kevin Nash action figures in my collection. Again, I'm not a big wrestling person, but these hit all the marks for me as far as feel, appeal, and inclusivity into my other collectible hobbies. So I'm happy to keep buying these as long as they make them. Again, this has been You Are Supreme Toys. Thank you for watching.